Greetings, everyone. This is your boy, Bobbya1984, coming to you with some of that Call of Duty Ghost gameplay. I'd like to thank everyone for coming on back for another Call of Duty Ghost commentary gameplay, and as I continue to push forward to be the most dominant scrub at I can't even say that, the most dominant Wolfpack leader of the nation ever, because I got kicked out of the Scrub Nation, but we get to that another time. But we're playing, I think this is Ground War Domination, and we're gonna try to get things going. But what's my name? But don't get fooled though, y'all. Just because the nasty music is on very early in the match doesn't mean that I'm about to get nasty. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this was a very frustrating game. I was struggling throughout this game, but gotta sprinkle a little bit of that nasty music from at Hood Chemist in there, right? But you know what I want to talk about, y'all, man. I mean, we're gonna keep it just general. It's gonna be a rant. I'm gonna rant about something that doesn't necessarily affect my life. It's not nothing sad or nothing happy or nothing crazy, but we're gonna go on a rant about the WWF. We're gonna talk about the World Wrestling Federation today because I'm very, very disappointed with them. And you know, I'm calling them the World Wrestling Federation because I just don't respect them right now. I'm not gonna call them by their other name. I'm gonna call them by the WWF because that's when it was at its best. Now, I just recently watched the Elimination Chamber on Sunday, watched Monday Night Raw the other night, and I watched the Royal Rumble. I've been watching wrestling again. I've gotten invested into it again. Like I'm there with them. I'm watching them when I can on Monday nights. I don't watch the Thursday night show. I don't watch the Saturday night show or whatever shows they have. I just tune in for Mondays and I watch the pay-per-views. Now, I know they got this what's good for business thing going on with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon are kind of the heels and they're in control of the company and they're like doing the booking, but the people that's behind closed doors, the people that's the creative team, whoever that is, like if it's them or whoever, they're doing a terrible job. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you know I tweet about, you know, Monday Night Raw and whatever the pay-per-view event is. I give out the spoilers, and I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I've been riding Daniel Bryan's horse with him for a long time. You know, ever since I came back after, I want to say WrestleMania 27 when I first saw him. Like, I've been riding this horse with him. I mean, I like him, the energy the guy brings. I like what he's doing. And, like, he's a pure wrestler. He's entertaining, and it's just baffling to me when I watch it and see how he just continues to get buried. And especially the guy that works the crowd, the way he has the crowd under his thumb. I mean, they go bananas when his music plays. They chant his name during other people's matches, and I just feel like the WWF is doing the wrong thing here. Like, they need to be pushing this guy. Like, I mean, if this would have been John Cena or Hulk Hogan or somebody, they would have got the title. They would have been getting pushed. Oh, that was an epic fail. But I don't understand what's going on with this situation. You know, they bring back Batista, and I understand they trying to do that cross promotion with him because he's in the Guardians of the Galaxy or Guardians of the Universe, whatever the hell that movie's called. And I get that, but you can't bring him in after a 4-year absence, let him win the Royal Rumble, not even put Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble, and have him and now Randy Orton headline WrestleMania. It's just terrible. It's terrible booking. And I didn't like their feud they had back in the day. What's gonna make me like their feud now when Batista can barely move around the ring and do anything? Randy Orton's okay, but it should be CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan, or CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and John Cena. You might as well throw him in there since he still sells tickets. Throw him in there in a triple threat match for the heavyweight title and have Daniel Bryan win the title. I mean, the kid deserves it. He works hard year round. He does his thing. I mean, since SummerSlam, he's been on this major push, and it just seems like the World Wrestling Federation doesn't really have these stories like they used to have during the Attitude Era, where it seemed like for example, Austin and McMahon had like a year-round rivalry story going, and even had subplots where like you had, you know, it'd be Corporate Rock or Triple H or whoever will be in the fray throughout the months, help building this rivalry and this story. But now it just seems like they're booking stuff week by week. Like, here's another example: the Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt situation. it was like Daniel Bryan's joined, the Wyatt family. And then the next thing you know, the next week he's not with them, and then they just drop it. He moves on, and Bray Wyatt moves on. And I honestly think this is when it changed. I was watching SportsCenter one night, and it was a Michigan State game against, I want to say Michigan. And at halftime, one of the football players on the Michigan State team came out, and he led the yes chant. And it was like, I don't know how many people was in that arena, but it was thousands of people all at the same time chanting yes. Even on SportsCenter, they kept going back to that and going, this was such a great moment, and this and that and other, and blah blah blah. And I honestly think when Monday Night Raw came in, they said we got to take Daniel Bryan out of the Wyatt family and get him back, getting his push again. It's like they go week by week and they don't really know what to do, and it's frustrating. It really is. Gosh, that's frustrating. I've been getting just demolished, man. Ed Hood came and turn that nasty music back on, man. We gotta try to turn some things around here, man. I'm gonna jump off topic for a minute because I need to calm down. I know wrestling is not controlling my life. It shouldn't even matter to me. My wife says I'm a grown ass man. I shouldn't be watching a kids show, but wrestling's not a kids show. It's what's my name? It's entertaining. I don't have time to sit and play Call of Duty really no more because I got 2 kids to look after, so I sit and I watch wrestling. I even watch old wrestling matches, and I think this is what messed me up. Right before the Elimination Chamber, I went back and I started watching some of the Undertaker's WrestleMania matches. I watched that first match with God, I'm stumbling all over myself. I watched that first match against Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 26 or 25, one of those. And man, that had to be one of the greatest wrestling matches I've ever seen. It was entertaining. He's on the edge of your seat. You didn't know what was going to happen. They was kicking out of each other's finishers. And I think that messed it up because when I watched Elimination Chamber that next night, I was just like, man, this sucks. I mean, Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family and the Shield, they put on a great show. But outside of that, I mean, it's boring. And I'm getting to that point now where I'm almost ready to stop cheering for Daniel Bryan because they tease you with this. Like, they make you think Daniel Bryan's going to win the title or is going to win and push his way into WrestleMania as in the main event, but I just don't see it happen, especially at the Raw. I mean, now they're pushing Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, and I'm just like, come on, dude, that's not what I want to see. And Daniel Bryan's being a good sport about it because I know he wants to be the champion, but he just goes along with the bookings and he does what they say, whatever they tell him to do. But I think Daniel Bryan and CM Punk should have let Rant walk out together. I mean, I know the WWF is going to continue to make money and do their thing, but ain't really nowhere for Daniel Bryan to go anyway, so maybe he shouldn't walk out. But I just think they got to take a stand. The fans are chanting his name. The fans want to see Daniel Bryan, one of the hardest workers, win the title. I mean, I'm really this is where I'm going. Okay, I'm gonna try to stop stumbling over myself because I got so much going on in my head and I'm trying to get all of it out. But I just think when you bring someone like Batista, who hasn't been around for 4 years, back, or you bring The Rock back, who hasn't been around for a while, who's not been putting in the work like these guys have been doing. And I understand ratings have been down and they just trying to get that pop and do whatever they got to do, but you got to build the people. John Cena is not going to be there forever. He's not going to be able to carry the flag. You need to let Daniel Bryan, Cesaro, CM Punk. Well, CM Punk contract was going to be up in the summer, so maybe he was going to leave anyway. But you got to let the young guys step in, help them out. Create these storylines that people will be interested in, and people, let us get invested in these storylines. We want to care about these people, and it's just so frustrating. So now at WrestleMania, it seems like it's going to be, I mean, they can still change it. They still can change it. But it looked like the main event for the world, what is it, the world, I don't even know what they call the title no more, but it feels like it's going to be Batista versus Randy Orton for the title. It's going to be John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. I like that matchup. That's a good story right there. I mean, it's turned out to be something. They're really investing in Bray Wyatt. And I'm tired of people chanting Husky, Harry, or Harris, man. That's disrespectful, man. You wasn't chanting the Ringmaster when Stone Cold was doing this thing. So it's like, why y'all got to do my man like that? Oh, that was ugly. Oh, Bobby. That's better. But it's gonna be that. I guess it's gonna be the Usos versus the Old Age Outlaws or whatever the hell they call themselves. It's gonna be them. We're gonna have, I guess, what's another, Daniel Bryan versus Triple H. I'm starting to lose it. Who else is supposed to be better? Cesaro probably gonna face Jack Swagger. I guess they're gonna break up, but it's just not mounting out to be anything special. And the WWE network, oh my goodness, I was on board with that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna invest in that. I almost to the point where I don't want to invest in that because all I'm gonna use it for is to watch old WCW, old WWF, and old ECW matches, because I don't really care about the new pay-per-views that's coming out. I mean, I can stream those on the internet. I mean, I know it's against the law to do that, but hey, I don't want to pay the $60, and I don't want to pay the $10 a month for something I'm going to sparingly use. You know, I just don't see myself watching it that often. But I don't know, guys. I'm ranting. I'm going on and on. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. I mean, I know got to be some of you guys are wrestling fans. I know I'm not the only one that's a wrestling fan. So, you know, just really chime in. Tell me what you guys think. Am I really tripping out here? I mean, it just seems like they're moving in the wrong direction here. They're not listening to the fans, and they're not giving the fans what they want at WrestleMania. And even, here we go, last thing I want to talk about. Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. 5 years ago, that would have been amazing to me. It just, when Undertaker came out, he looked old as dirt. Looked like he could barely make it to the ring. And then I'm just like, come on, man. Brock Lesnar's younger than him. He's, he's a wrestler. He's a real wrestler. The man is a champion, a collegiate champion wrestler. I just don't see Undertaker beating him. Not at this age. What is he, 45? What's my name? But again, man, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I know I went on a rant here. I'm sorry. That's what I do. But this was a terrible game too, man. I got clobbered in this match, man. I got to get back to playing, man, so I can play better. But what did I do? I don't even know. Was it 51-19? I died 19 times, man. We cannot have that, man. You gotta keep that in the single digits. But it's your boy Bobbya signing off, man, and we go.